All right, y'all. Welcome to the Monday Night Raw. What's going on, everybody? Miss D tuning in. How you doing? What's going on? Greetings. Good evening. The Gold Mine Effect. What's going on? Good to see you in here. All right, everybody. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. All right. So it's going to be another chill night, but I'm going to be talking a little bit about what I'm about to be put together. And this is my chickpeas. All right, but before I get into this, I may have to refill my nutritional yeast. So this is the one that I got this time from Terrasol. I get their stuff either. Sometimes I get from Botanical West, and sometimes I get from Frontier or Terrasol. All right, so we got some ones in the chat here. My Mama Do is in here. What's going on? All right, good evening, everybody. Y'all hear me loud and clear. There we go. All right, hey everyone. It's Ella. What's going on, Ella? How you doing? Looking forward to this recipe. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk a little bit about I'm gonna start doing these streams where I'll be making different things on the stream when I'm in the kitchen here. Right, and then sometimes I'll be doing some workout streams and things like that. All right. That's right. Like the stream if you like the stream. True. Look at that. You've been with me since the TikTok days, because that's what I would say on TikTok all the time. I think this is 2 tablespoons, right? That should be enough for 2 tablespoons. All right. So let me get my pot out. Where's my pot? Is it out already? No, it's not. Where is it? Oh, I had put it in here. Oh, okay. All right. So tonight I'm going to be doing my savory curry lentil sauce. This is like super simple to put together too. It's not hard to put together at all. So these are chickpeas that are already cooked and prepped. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I put a sprouting lid on. So this lid is porous. It has holes in the top. So I can pour the water out and keep the contents in. All right, so I can rinse them out and whatnot. So this is about 9 ounces of chickpeas. All right, yeah, so, well, 12 ounces if you measure it out in the jar. But by weight, it's about 9 ounces, I think. So I'm gonna be putting that in there. So, get my seasonings out. So, nutritional yeast, curry powder. Let me see if I can line these up here. So I got my nutritional yeast, my curry powder. You see I've been hitting that nutritional yeast. I use that stuff quite a bit. And then we got my sea salt and raw sugar. So we get a little bit of sweet and salty. Garlic and parsley. All right. And then we got cumin in a little jar and onion powder. I'm not going to put that much onion powder because I actually put fresh onions in it. And then, last but not least, turmeric. All right. So I use a tablespoon, a teaspoon, and a quarter teaspoon. By the way, big shout out to Miss D for getting me these tablespoons. So what I want to do is I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here. Just to moisten up the pot a little bit, just a little bit. All right. Because I'm gonna pop this on the stove after I put all of my seasonings in. All right. Sprinkle that in there. Two tablespoons of nutritional yeast. And then the curry powder. I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of the curry powder. All right. Actually, I can put these away since I've done using these. All right. Now to whip out my teaspoon. I'm gonna do garlic. I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon of garlic. So I count everything, so I measure things out. Some of y'all kind of just like to turn the elbow up to the ceiling a little bit and just eyeball it. So 1 teaspoon of sea salt. The reason why I put a teaspoon of sea salt is because if you're just eating the curry chickpeas by themselves, that may taste a bit salty. But when you mix it in with other foods like leafy green vegetables or quinoa or potatoes, things like that, then it's not as salty because now that salt content is diluted among a bunch of other foods. So a teaspoon of sea salt, a teaspoon of raw sugar. You can also use brown sugar for this as well. So just to have things not too bitter. And then parsley. All right, so we'll do, I think I might put 2 teaspoons of parsley. Let's do that. Let's herb it up. All right, so we got that there. And I'm gonna taste test this a little bit too, but that'll be a little bit later. So garlic, garlic powder. I'm not gonna do that. So 1/4 teaspoon. So just a little bit here. So we got that there. And then the cumin. 1, 2, 3. I may put a little bit more cumin to taste. I don't use a whole lot of it though, because it's real strong. But the turmeric, look at that beautiful like golden color, that turmeric. All right, so I'll put a little bit of that in there, 1/4 teaspoon. That smells really good too, I smell it. That's right, we're jumping straight into it. Yeah, that smells real good. It smells rich. It smells rich. So basically we got everything in there if y'all can see. All right. I don't want to spill it out. So I'll mix all of that in there. And then all I want to do is just put it at a low heat on the stove. And then I'll turn this up to, turn this on here to a low heat. All right, let's see. I said, you put me onto cumin, been sprinkling that on a lot of my dishes lately. Yeah, cumin. I put that too. I have another recipe that I want to do too. It's my pizza sauce. It's my red lentil pizza sauce. So I have my red lentils soaking here. And this was only like, I only put like a half cup of red lentils. So a half cup is filled to like about here. So it expands to like a little over double its size. So on the mason jar, I measured to the 4-ounce line. And now this is up over the 8-ounce line. So this is about the 10-ounce line. So it ends up expanding over twice its size. That's right. Yeah, a lot of y'all like cumin. Yeah, cumin is beautiful. The pungent seasoning. So the parsley, you can either do parsley or thyme. The veggie bouillon recipe that I do, I put thyme in that one. The curry recipes, I put parsley in. I really like that taste. Parsley is really good for detoxing your blood, kidneys, and liver. Parsley is very good for blood pressure control. So yeah, mainly it's a good detoxifying herb, right? And it also acts as a diuretic. So if you have like edema buildup, this helps get rid of excessive fluid buildup, the lymphatic fluid. But it helps to retain your electrolytes. So if you're taking a medication that acts as a diuretic, one of the biggest problems is that it depletes your electrolytes. So people will take like blood pressure medication and they don't like the way it makes them feel. Like you may feel lethargic, you may feel weak, brain fog, a little cloudy, that kind of thing. And that's the reduction in electrolytes, right? So you keep urinating, and as you relieve that fluid, you lose a lot of your sodium, potassium, that kind of thing. And then it drops your blood pressure, right? So your electrolytes are needed to maintain your blood pressure. So your blood pressure is not too high and it's not too low. So you take diuretic, you take this blood pressure medication, it drops your blood pressure too much, you lose a lot of electrolytes. And your body tries to keep you from passing out from low blood pressure. So what happens is you go through vascular constriction in order to raise your pressure, right? And then when you eat again, your blood pressure's back up high again. Because you eat, you get electrolytes from your food, you get glucose from your foods, and then if you're inflamed from the low blood pressure response, you may be a little insulin resistant. So what happens is when you eat, you get this crazy skyrocketing of your blood sugar that leads to a skyrocketing of your blood pressure. Vascular constriction is the stressor. So you take the medication, it drops your blood pressure too low, the effects wear off, you eat again, blood pressure's back up high again, right? And if you have an underlying condition, kidney issues, liver issues, pre-diabetes, whatever the case is, boom, blood pressure just goes back up to being really elevated again. So one of the things with blood pressure, you can't really correct your blood pressure with blood pressure medication for this reason. Your blood pressure medication doesn't stabilize your blood pressure. It's really just geared towards lowering it, right? But the effects wear off, and then basically the metabolites get neutralized in your liver and has to pass as waste products to your kidneys, right? So the effects wear off, and then you're back up to having the high blood pressure again because you didn't fix the underlying conditions that were cranking up your blood pressure. All right? So parsley is really good for that. If you've got gut health issues, right? So I got like this Happy Belly garlic just because I needed it a bit quicker. And I wanted to try out a different garlic. I normally get like bulk garlic. So either from like West Star Botanical or Frontier, like I buy it in bulk. And I typically don't get the seasonings in like a container like this. I'll get it in a bag. But in any case, so garlic is actually really good for like if you have candida, if you have SIBO, right? Some type of like fungal overgrowth or bacterial overgrowth that's giving you gut health issues. Garlic is really beneficial for that. Garlic is antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial. So you get that garlic in your food that helps to improve your gut health. Garlic also helps to improve blood sugar and blood pressure. All right. And fights infections. So garlic is really amazing for that. Cutting salt out of your diet does not help with your blood pressure. So a lot of people say, oh, if you want to improve your blood pressure, don't cook with salt or add salt to your food. Reducing your salt intake is not going to fix your blood pressure, right? Because it's not, using too much salt is not, well, you can jack up your blood pressure using too much salt. You can, but that's not really people's issue, right? Salt is an electrolyte. It's very important. It's water soluble, right? If you're taking like a diuretic or something like that and you have blood pressure largely because you have low potassium, if you reduce your potassium and your sodium, all you're doing is just reducing your electrolytes altogether. So now you have low potassium because you have a diet that's deficient in potassium, and then you're dehydrated, and then you reduce your salt intake, so now you're low in sodium, right? And that can make your underlying blood pressure issues and whatnot worse as well. So sodium is a very important electrolyte that is needed in order to create an electrical charge and output inside your cells. Right? It's a major conductor of electricity in your body, right? Salt is like a training aid. You get better muscular contractions, you get a better functioning nervous system, all that type of stuff, right? You also retain the fluid inside your cells, so you keep your cells hydrated with sodium, right? So that's very important. So sodium shuttles water into your cells, potassium shuttles water into your blood. So in order to maintain a healthy level of blood plasma, you need potassium, right? And then in order to maintain an adequately functioning nervous system, you need sodium, right? You need sodium, you need magnesium, things like this, right? And that powers the signaling back and forth through your nervous system, right? So you need sodium and potassium in even amounts on both sides. So they balance each other. So you don't fix your sodium issue, or you don't fix a sodium imbalance by cutting sodium out of your diet. You fix it by increasing the amount of potassium that you take in. All right. One of the biggest reasons why I'm a big fan of having a diet that's abundant in fruit. Cumin. Cumin is just straight medicinal. Okay. Antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, really kicks on your immune system, right? So this is one of those things. Cumin fights cancer. Cancer is like subversive, right? So cancer kind of shuts your immune system off, makes your immune system less likely to respond to the growth of cancer, right? So when you have things like cumin basically reduces the latency in your immune system, so your immune system responds to pathogens faster in your body, right? So if you have something in your body where your immune system doesn't respond to it, then it just grows unchecked. So that's why you want like an immune system stimulant, something that's going to sharpen your immune system to be more responsive to any kind of pathogens in your body, right? So cumin's really good for that. And the thing is that if your immune system is primed and there's a low latency, meaning your immune system responds to pathogens adequately and in a timely manner, that reduces the side effects that you feel from an infection. So your immune system can be fighting and battling an infection, but you don't feel it in your body. No sniffles, no sore throat, no nothing. Because your immune system is on top of things, right? So there's been times for me where I was like, man, I feel kind of tired today, right? And I'll like take a nap in the middle of the day, which is kind of unusual for me. If I didn't have an immune system that was well trained by my lifestyle, that would be like a full-blown fever or flu or something like that. So it's like that, right? So your immune system is more primed to fight pathogens. So you can have like a virus in your body, but the viral load never really increases to any substantial degree. So you don't feel it. There's no symptoms, right? And then your immune system, combined with like your diet and things like that, is able to suppress the growth of bacteria, fungus, as well as viruses, right? So that viral load doesn't really get to expand because the virus can't replicate itself, right? So cumin, big deal there. Onion is also really good for synthesizing arginine in your body, improving blood flow, right? It's really good for blood flow, maintaining blood pressure as well. Raw fresh onion is actually really good for improving free testosterone levels, right? Also a major precursor for arginine, which then increases nitric oxide levels in your body, which improves blood flow by causing vascular dilation. So you get better blood flow. What else I want to say? I think that about covers it. All right, so my chickpeas here are kind of warmed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chickpeas and I'm going to put them in this blender. So I'm going to put them in this blender, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend the chickpeas until like it has like more like a creamy texture. Right, so I think I'm going to have to mute my mic or something while that's going. What you said, D? You said veggie bouillon or water? What do you mean by that? Oh, by the way, cumin. Cumin is also known as sativa nigella, right? Cumin is also black seed, right? Cumin is basically black seeds. So cumin powder is just ground up black seeds. And then you have black seed oil. Right, you can get black seed in an oil. Basically, it's just a cold pressed oil from black seeds. So if you have like an infection, cold, flu, fever, anything like that, highly inflamed, joint pain, black seed oil is almost like a cure-all for all kind of stuff like that. Oh, both good when making recipes. More flavor, use bouillon. True. Yeah. Love your content, brother. Very informative. Me and my partner watch you a lot, and we've learned a lot too. I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm here to help. Absolutely. Oh, I got some announcements to make. Is that warm? See, yeah, it's warming up. It's nice and warm here. All right. So I just warm that up a little bit and mix everything in. All right. Yeah, my lid. So one of the corners of the lid of the blender broke off. The thing is supposed to hook it in. So I was kind of heartbroken about that. I ain't gonna lie. I felt some kind of way about that. I don't know what I'm gonna do about my blender lid. I'm kind of hurt. I'm salty about that. All right. All right. So pour that in there. All right. So this is about almost up to the 16-ounce line. All right. And if you cook like Yukon Gold potatoes or Japanese sweet potato, russet potato, things like that, you make mashed potatoes or even like baked potatoes, this will go really good on top of that. Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm going to talk about keeping it carved up. So I finished building this is for tribe members. I'm going to be putting up a link for you to install the Tribe by Noire members app. Yes, I've made the app. Today is the first version of the app. So I'm beta testing the app for members. This is for I did the Android version of the app. I got to get like certifications and whatnot for the Apple version of the app. Apple stuff is not open source, so it's a little bit more complicated to create an Apple app. But I have the Android version, so if you have an Android device you want to install the app on, you'll be able to test the app out and basically give me feedback and see what I need to improve on the app. All right. It is Monday. If you haven't booked your calls, your weekly call yet, okay, get on the schedule for this week because the time slots are filling up pretty quick. So for those of you who are tribe members, y'all know y'all get weekly calls, right? For those of you who are in the 12-week mentorship. So make sure you book your calls out. You can book your calls for the next 4 weeks. All right, so remember that you can book your calls so you can book 4 weeks out. All right, so definitely get on top of that for those of you who haven't done that already. Yeah, these chickpeas are cooked. So I cook, yeah, you should cook chickpeas, you don't eat them raw, right? Those are already kind of I'm not gonna boil any chickpeas, like go through the raw chickpea cooking process now because, well, we ain't got that kind of time. So I figured I'd fast forward. All right. So let me go ahead and mute up my mic. Oh no, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. All right. What is the name of the app? I haven't put it in the Google Play Store yet because it's an app specific. It's basically a member portal for Tribe by Noire members. So it's just Tribe by Noire. That's what the name of the app is. I don't know if I can hold up. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see if it'll focus. So that's the icon of the app. Is it? Yeah, it's a little blurry. Oh, there we go. So that's the app. So I got it on my phone there. So I'm gonna be, just seeing how it works out on my phone and everything like that. All right. So now basically, it's a little thick. I usually have to do it like twice, 3 times at the most. So now with this here, what I want to be able to do is pour it out. So it's too thick to do that. So basically what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of water. Just a little bit of water, not a whole lot, just a little bit. Yeah, this blender, what's going on with that button? I have to order a new top or something. This blender be getting work, y'all. All right, let me mute up one more time, just so I'm not blowing y'all ears out. All right, let's see what it's looking like now. Am I making hummus? No, I'm not making hummus. This is more of a sauce. All right, yeah, now it's a little smoother. There we go. All right, so now it's a little smoother. There we go. And let's see, do I need to... Yeah, that's kind of the texture I want. Could you do a quick rundown of the ingredients and things you chucked in so far? We showed up a bit late. Oh, yeah, so I put in nutritional yeast, curry powder, garlic, onion powder, cumin, parsley, sea salt, raw sugar cane, onion powder. I think I said onion powder, and turmeric. All right. So I'm gonna get a spoon. Let me taste test it right quick. Let me go ahead and taste test. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. You want to taste this? Look at that. I'm getting it on the first shot. This is why I measure everything. So I'm gonna need a second. I'm gonna need a second taste tester. Yeah, try it. It's good? What do you think I should add, if anything? You think I should add agave nectar and water? Oh, the reason why the reason why it tastes a little bit saltier is because you mix it in with other foods. Yeah, yeah, you a little bit. I like salt. I like sweet, but not too much sweet. That's exactly, yeah, she's like a gravy that you put on mashed potatoes. That's exactly what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted. That's what I was aiming for. That's right. It's like I call it a sauce, but I guess it's more of a gravy, right? It's thicker, you think? Yeah. Because gravy is a bit more watery. I don't want it to be watery. All right, so I make just enough to fit into these 16-ounce jars. So like this right here is where I do my meal prep of these, and I put them in these jars. So I'm gonna pour that in there. All right. I need a spatula to get the rest. All right. So this is actually a really good recipe too that would help like things like lower your blood pressure, improve blood sugar, because this is just straight carbs and herbs and minerals. And I mean, this is right here. This, if you're diabetic, pre-diabetic, high blood pressure, anything like that, this savory curry sauce, this is great to end your days with. And you can do chopped massage kale and have this over it. So you can do a leafy green and whatever kind of other vegetables and things you want to add to it. And then you can drink like a tea, like you can do burdock tea or roasted dandelion root tea before you have this meal. Right? So I'm a big fan of drinking herbal teas that aid digestion before your first meal. Oh, you know what I didn't put in this? I didn't put black pepper. I don't have black pepper. To be honest, I don't like black pepper. I don't like too much black pepper. But you know what? I may start putting, because I used to put black pepper in my pizza sauce, or like a spicy tomato sauce, or like an Italian style tomato sauce. So I make like this red lentil pizza sauce. It's basically red lentils and that's pureed like this, and it tastes like pizza sauce. I had it earlier today. I mean, it literally tastes like pizza, and I had it over kasha, and I put like sunflower seed kernels and whatnot on it. When my avocados ripen up, I'll put sliced avocado over the top. So this is it. That's my meal prep. Oh, this is also good for joint pain. So if you got joint pain, the turmeric helps with this. The turmeric, the cumin, the parsley, all of that. So this is it. This is my sauce. You could pour this over rice, like basmati rice or wild rice, brown rice, quinoa, potatoes. You can pour some of it over a salad, or you can just eat it with a spoon straight up like this. You can add like potato chunks to it. You can pour it over chickpeas. If you want to go chickpea crazy, you can pour this over chickpeas with like steamed broccoli or cauliflower. You can do that too. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use that. All right. So now I got to clean off my blender. Let's see, white pepper digests better. Yeah, I would rather do white pepper. Black pepper's real strong. So black pepper has like some really good medicinal effects. However, if you have like acid reflux or something like that, you may not want to do black pepper. That's why like people have a lot of acid issues, so I don't really put black pepper in recipes because of that. If I do put black pepper in a recipe, it'd be like a couple pinches or something like that, but white pepper tends to be a bit easier on the gut. I mean, I kind of messed up tonight too, because I should have did, I didn't prep my overnight oats for tomorrow, but I think tomorrow I'm not going to have overnight oats. I think I'm just going to do like a couple pounds of bananas tomorrow. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So tomorrow's going to just be like mainly a fruit day tomorrow. So like, what am I gonna do tomorrow? Honeydew. I gotta see if this honeydew is ripe actually. So I gotta cut up some fruit tonight. So let me see. I gotta see which melon I can get into tonight. I can do pineapple. I kind of want to have some fruit tonight, though. Maybe I could do this cantaloupe. Yeah, I can do this cantaloupe tonight. Can you use, what is that? Could you have used dulce instead of sea salt? I mean, I guess you could. It depends on why you would want to do that. But you could. I'm not really too familiar with that, though, with dulce. Let's see. I didn't know that about black pepper. Good to know. I have acid reflux issues. Yeah, if you got acid reflux issues, you may want to chill out a little bit with that, with the black pepper. Also, really try to reduce your saturated fat intake to a minimum. So your primary fat sources should be polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats. So you got things like avocado, nuts and seeds primarily, and tofu and tempeh. I'm not really a huge fan of seitan, just because I don't really mess with wheat too much. Women with like fibroids and things like that sometimes have issues with tofu or just soy in general. So if you're a woman, you may not really want to do too much soy products, or you may want to keep it to a minimum with that. However, for men, I've never had a man who had issues with soy. But some women tend to have sensitivities to it, mainly black women. I haven't really had anyone else except black women have issues with like tofu and stuff. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know what that's about. But men do very well actually adding like tofu and stuff to the diet. So those are some things that I've learned in my experience with putting together diet plans and stuff like that. So yeah, there are some differences between men and women. Women do exceptionally well with a more raw diet. Women do very particularly well, especially menopausal women do very well. So like if you're a menopausal women do very well actually with a more raw diet, or even like a fully raw diet. I can speculate on why that is, but I have enough experience and have seen enough results to know that tends to be the case. All right. Boo Boo, you want some cantaloupe? You can't hear me? All right. You said no salt, no seasonings? What you said? Oh, dulce is a seaweed. I'm not salt-free. You said I'm salt-free? What's the reason for being salt-free? I mean, it's fine to be salt-free if you want to do that. As long as you're getting the sodium. You don't particularly need salt. But, you do need the sodium, though, I would say. Let's see. We should be eating our vegetables, legumes, and roots the way they are, like fruits. I guess you can if you want. That's right, love me some cantaloupe. Yeah, cantaloupe is one of my big favorites. My mom is actually a really big fan of cantaloupe. I remember when I was a kid, she would go nuts for cantaloupe. She got like some new good cantaloupe. She would be like, "Oh, I got me some cantaloupe." She'd be so excited about cantaloupe. And now I'm like that. I wasn't really like crazy about cantaloupe when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was crazy about candy, cereal, and cheese eggs. and burnt bacon. That bacon be burnt up. That crispy bacon. I was a little kid. I really liked crispy bacon. I'm not eating crispy bacon now. Forget about it. And how I am now, no. I don't want no crispy nothing. No. I don't want crispy anything. I don't want crispy nothing. I definitely don't want no crispy meat. I don't want nothing. No. I don't even want vegan crispy bacon. I don't want none of that. No. I don't even have like a desire for like vegan burgers. Like I don't no. No, there's nothing wrong with it in particular. I just don't really have much of a desire for it. And when I first went plant-based though, that stuff, them Beyond Meats and stuff like that. That was my jam in the beginning, but this was like years ago. This was like in my very beginning phases. Now, not so much. Let's see. What teas do you drink that aid digestion? Ginger tea, cinnamon tea, basil tea. Those are some. Yeah, those are like my main ones, and probably like dandelion root tea. Oh, and peppermint tea. However, peppermint, it degrades very quickly under heat. So if you're gonna do peppermint, do it in cold water. So peppermint is actually very good as an iced tea. Yeah, peppermint's really good as an iced tea. So yeah, definitely. But everything else is kind of, well, not everything else, but anything in the mint family, like any of the herbs that are in the mint family, yeah, don't put those under heat, because those will degrade real quick under heat. If you got kidney problems, chamomile is a really good bedtime tea if you have kidney problems. All right, so any kind of kidney disease or something like that, get you some chamomile. Kidney and liver issues, roasted dandelion, and burdock root, and milk thistle. Those are some good options also. All right. Yeah, because I'm feeling thirsty. So when I'm feeling thirsty, I eat some fruit. And this is a small cantaloupe too, so this can be eaten in like one serving. That's the only thing, like cooked meals. They're filling and they taste good, but man, I get thirsty. So I get a little dry mouth. So to balance that out, eat some fruit. I think I'm gonna break out the grapes too. So I'll do like cantaloupe and grapes. And I'll soak some oats. I'm not gonna have oats tomorrow. I'll have them Wednesday. Tomorrow's gonna be more of a fruit-based day. I'm gonna rehydrate tomorrow. Yeah, burdock, dandelion, basil, chamomile. Chamomile's a really good bedtime tea. Oh, there we go. Right on time. That's right. If you're on my email list too, you got the replay of your email, so you'll be able to watch this back through that link. What teas are good for congestion? Ginger tea with a pinch of cayenne pepper. That's like been my go-to. Any kind of congestion, it'll clear you right up. I have a tribe member from India, and he put me onto ajwan, which is kind of like, it's the Indian version of cayenne pepper. That stuff's really good too. That'll clear you right up. So yeah, but yeah, my combination right there, ginger and cayenne pepper. Oh, by the way too, I gotta make another announcement. You can hit the link in the description of this video to book a call with me. So if you got some issues, you're trying to work out, you're trying to sort out, you need a diet plan, you need coaching, training plan, things like that, definitely you can book a call with me. Or you can join my 12-week mentorship and get on that also. So you get weekly calls, you get Tier 2, you get personalized coaching plan. Tier 3, you get personalized coaching plan and you get your own personal training plan. Tier 1, you get my high raw vegan nutrition course, all of my live stream replays, members only live stream replays, and access to all of my other member content, as well as the Tribe by Noire community. And I have the Discord server built into the app also. So I have a members only Discord. All right. Now let's see. Shalom Agape, what's going on? Good to see you in here. You use fresh ginger or powder? If it's a tea, I'll use a ginger powder. You can also, if you're juicing, you can use fresh ginger. Like I would use fresh ginger root if I'm doing like a juice. But if I'm doing like a tea, it'll just be like ginger powder. Mm-hmm. Mm. Um, Oral health. Herbs are really good for oral health. So a lot of people have like a bacterial overgrowth or in their mouth. So like ginger tea or cinnamon tea, because cinnamon is antibacterial. So in the morning, like first thing in the morning, a really good habit first thing in the morning, like after you brush your teeth or whatever, is to drink cinnamon tea, right? So that you can kill any, and the thing is you drink, so basically like if you have a bacterial issue in your mouth, the antibacterial stuff is something that you would need to do throughout the day, because if bad bacteria gradually comes back and like, you know, like 8 hours later, it's just right back. So like in the morning you can do cinnamon tea, midday you can do basil tea because basil is antibacterial. And then before your last meal, and the reason why it's good to drink the teas before meals is because you kill off harmful bacteria before you eat, so that you're not like, you know, eating and putting food in your mouth, like, you know, beneficial, nourishing foods in your mouth with bad bacteria. So you kind of cleanse your palate and cleanse your mouth a little bit and then eat. So the herbs are good for that. And then before bed, you can do before bed you can do any of the other teas that I mentioned, dandelion root or milk thistle or anything like that. Oh yeah, oil pulling, yeah, coconut. Yeah, like if you with brushing your teeth, like after you brush your teeth when you rinse, yeah, oil pulling. So like you can use like eucalyptus oil with coconut oil. That's a good one. You can do peppermint oil or spearmint oil with coconut oil, and you can rinse. You can slosh that around in your mouth also. That kills bad bacteria, so there's that too. Because some people will be like, oh, you know, I'm having like tooth sensitivity. So like you could be having tooth sensitivity because of bad bacteria in your mouth. So like cavities or tooth sensitivity a lot of the times is because of a bacterial infection in your mouth. So that's one of the signs that you gotta handle your oral microbiome. Right, so you got a bacterial makeup in like everything in your body, your mouth, your upper gut, your lower gut, your skin, your scalp. So you got to balance the bacterial makeup of everything in your body. That's also like with your skin microbiome. People mess the microbiome. They mess up the microbiome of their skin with all types of like chemicals and whatnot in these commercial products. I wouldn't use any of that stuff. You really want to improve your skin. You don't really do it by rubbing stuff on your skin. You really do it through your diet. So you improve your skin from the inside out. As far as moisturizing, right, you can moisturize with like grapeseed oil or avocado oil, cold pressed. Whatever oils you use should be cold pressed. Or you can do like I do and use castor oil. All right. So. Let's weigh this cantaloupe. Let's see how much cantaloupe that actually was. Because this was a small cantaloupe. And I gotta make that tea. All right, let's see. There we go, Miss Cali girl. What's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, life's good in Panama. True. Big shout out to you. Doing the thing. Living the dream. How do you know when cantaloupe is ripe? That's a good question. So I feel it, right? So it should have like a little bit of give when you squeeze it. You know, you just press into it a little bit. It shouldn't be hard. So I let it kind of soften up a little bit. Right? So that's kind of like I do with any kind of melons, they shouldn't be hard. Right? So like bananas shouldn't be hard, mangoes, you know, things like that, they shouldn't be hard. Okay, so this is 20 ounces, 22, 23, 24 ounces, 24.6, 25. Yeah, I think this would be 32 ounces. You want some? Yeah, you do. I don't think it's gonna fit in the bowl. Let me see. 27 ounces. It's like playing Jenga a little bit. 29 ounces. It's gonna be 32 right on the dot, watch. 30 ounces. 30.9. Where can I put this one? 32.2. Yeah, like cantaloupe's always like around 2 pounds or so. So yeah. So this is 2 pounds of cantaloupe. Now let me know how this cantaloupe tastes. It's good. Cantaloupe is like it's kind of like it's fragrant and like sweet. It's pretty crazy. And if cantaloupe is too green under the web, it's not ripe. True. But usually like that greenness is hard too. See this right here too, yeah, you know, see this is a professional melon picker. So yeah, the smell is what I go by for melons. And also a little soft, yeah. So yeah, basically like I have a honeydew here. And so the stem, I try to make sure that the stem isn't like green. Because if the stem is like real green, that means they picked it too early. And then you can kind of smell, or you can smell usually from the bottom. And it shouldn't smell super sweet, right? But just kind of mildly. So this is not really that ripe. It's still kind of hard, so I would leave that. But I have a this one is a bit more ripe. So you can squeeze like here in the bottom. So the butt of the melon, it'd be a little softer there. So it should have like a little bit of give. All right. You know what? You know what could be like a really good habit too? One thing I like about a fruit-based diet, you can't really eat too much fruit. But this is like a good palate cleanser, like after eating a cooked meal. It's like if you want to get rehydrated, like before you go to bed, you eat fruit before bed, you'll have like really good sleep. You sleep really well. People with gut health issues, when they eat grapes before bed, or like watermelon or something before bed, really good sleep quality. Wake up the next morning, the gut's pretty good. It's amazing those arms are built by bands. Yeah, I'm telling you. Your muscles don't know whether or not you're lifting a dumbbell or a resistance band. The only thing that matters is how hard you work the muscle. Well, you're saying not to put peppermint in boiling hot water? Yeah, do not boil peppermint. Yep, do not boil peppermint. You'll neutralize all the benefits of the peppermint if you do that. Cold water only. You know what you could do? You know what's a really good drink to do? You can fill up a mason jar, like a mason jar this size or so, or even like a 64-ounce mason jar. And you can fill it with cucumber and peppermint leaves, like fresh peppermint. You fill it with cold water and leave it in the fridge overnight. And you can add a drop of liquid stevia for a little sweetness if you want. Or you can just add some agave to it. That's an amazing drink. And then if you really, really want to supercharge that drink, you add liquid chlorophyll to it. So like you can do a tablespoon of liquid chlorophyll. Where'd I put my... So yeah, you could do a tablespoon of liquid chlorophyll into the water with the cucumber, sliced cucumber, and fresh peppermint leaves in the cold water. And you add like a dropper of liquid chlorophyll. Or like a teaspoon of agave. So I make my own tea bags. So this is burdock root. Oh, that smell is so good. It's like an earthy, chocolatey flavor. It's insane how good that smells. So yeah, burdock root, and I put that in the tea bag. I'm gonna reheat that hot water right quick, and I'm gonna pour this tea. Yes, not hot peppermint tea. Yes, I order the tea bags online. You can also get them in a tea shop. If you have a local tea shop by you, you can get them that way too. Well, you can get those tea bags on Amazon. Ms. D sent me them tea bags. Thoughts on apple cider vinegar? What are my thoughts on apple cider vinegar? I mean, apple cider vinegar, there's benefits to it. So like, for example, if you wanted to drink it first thing in the morning, during a fast or something like that to speed up autophagy and fat metabolism, that works out well. So there are various health benefits to apple cider vinegar. I don't really have anything negative to say about apple cider vinegar. I used to drink apple cider vinegar with water in the morning. It's a bit corrosive, so I don't really like doing it. Because you can wear down your tooth enamel. You can kind of mess up your oral health a little bit. If you overdo it with the apple cider vinegar, it does become a bit of an irritant after a while. So that's one of the downsides of it. I clean my fruits with apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar and baking soda. But apple cider vinegar could be good as like an aid for fasting, like a fasting aid. You want more cantaloupe? See, I got my burdock tea ready. This burdock tea is really good as a detox. So like on a fasting day, you can drink burdock tea throughout the day. And that helps to cleanse your liver, kidneys, and blood and whatnot, and reduce lymphatic tissue. Not lymphatic tissue, lymphatic fluids. So you can really clear out and detoxify your cells, your blood, your liver, kidneys, all of that. Increase autophagy. Burdock is like amazing. So yeah, I mean, my day's pretty much done. I'm just gonna chat on some fruit, drink my tea, take a shower, and head to bed. So I'll have some of that tomorrow. Well, actually, I may give it to my lady there. So that could be her. You know, so I'll meal prep stuff for her. I'll meal prep stuff for me. Tomorrow, I gotta cut honeydew and pineapple. So I gotta do that tomorrow. So honeydew and pineapple tomorrow, and then prep those red lentils and overnight oats. So yeah, basically like couple pounds of bananas in the morning, couple pounds of cantaloupe after that, with like an ounce of Brazil nuts, 24 ounces of grapes, with like an ounce of pumpkin seed kernels. And then like after that, you could have like 24 ounces of kiwis, an ounce of almonds, and then get back home and you can have your savory curry chickpeas with leafy greens and potatoes. Is this cantaloupe my snack for the evening? It's like an impromptu meal. This will improve my sleep quality. I'm a big fan of cantaloupe because cantaloupe is it's very rich in vitamin A or beta carotene. So beta carotene, if you want to improve like the pigmentation in your skin, your eyes, and your hair, prioritizing like these orange foods with that beta carotene, so mango, cantaloupe, sweet potato, leafy greens like kale, romaine, lettuce, watercress, things like this, getting that abundance of vitamin A in your diet. You can reverse gray hair. So you can get like a deep, rich, dark pigmentation from having more of those carotenoids in your diet. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. Those are really important sources of like omega-3 essential fatty acids, vitamin A, vitamin E. Vitamin K. So yeah, check this out. So we don't play about the berries. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. You just pour them right in a bowl. 6 to 8 ounces of each one. Boom. Some nice deep, dark red grapes. And there you go. But yeah, the cantaloupe. This is also really good as a first meal of the day. Like 2 pounds of cantaloupe or so, or a pound of cantaloupe in the morning. You get real hydrated. So like your urine can go from being like a deep yellow or even kind of brownish if you're really dehydrated. You eat fruits like this first thing in the morning, like honeydew or watermelon or cantaloupe or whatever, first thing in the morning. And your urine will come out clear. Like right afterwards, your urine will come out clear. Your blood pressure will be better, your blood sugar will be better. It's crazy. I like that background music. Is that a playlist that you're streaming from Spotify? Yeah, there's not a Spotify. It's just my music playing from my laptop. I don't even use Spotify. But I get a lot of music too from Epidemic Sound. Right, so like music that I play on stream and whatnot, I'll get it from like Epidemic Sound, right? Like that's like what this is from. So yeah, the sound of like water and jazz before bed, it's a whole vibe. So you want to improve your mental health? Sound therapy. Boo Boo, you gotta get in the kitchen? She got her ears plugged up, she can't hear me. I need like a paper bowl or something to throw at her. What can I throw at her? I overthrew it. Yeah, she can hit me. Whatever she's listening to must be real loud in her ear. Boo Boo! You need to get in the kitchen? All right. Well, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna quit hogging the kitchen. Let her get in here and do her thing. Much love to everybody tuning in today. Happy meal prepping, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one.